are going to learn about classes. So first, we are going to type in class, and we are going to call this class person, and then we want to put a colon, and we're going to press enter. And why we put this colon is because we want to know what's inside the class. Unlike, we're going to make the stuff inside the class. And how you know that you're making stuff inside the class is, so I just highlighted the space or the gap. You will automatically get this gap after you press enter, after you put the colon. And when you type stuff, you'll see a line at the start. So we're not going to type JF as I just did. We're going to type def so we can make a function, and we're going to call that function underscore underscore init, and then underscore underscore. You need this name for this function because you want to know what's inside this person. I mean, what a person has. So first, instead of typing what a person has first, we are going to type in self. You have to do this before you type what a person has. So yeah, first type in self and then comma space. Then we're going to type in name because a person has a name. Most people have names. And everyone has ages, so we have to put in the age. And we want to make stuff inside this function, so we have to put a colon and then press enter. And you'll also get, this time you'll get 2 spaces because we're making stuff inside the function, which is inside the class. So when you type something, it's going to have 2 spaces, like 2 lines. And yeah, so we are going to type self dot name, which is equal to the name, and on a new line we're going to do self dot age, which is equal to the age. So why I did self dot is because I put the self on the first one. Like, the first thing is self, and then the parameters come in, name and age. And to keep your code organized, just put these equals where they look the same. So yeah, now we're going to make 2 new lines, and we are going to have, on the 6th line, we're going to get out of the class, which means we're going to delete the 2 indents, and we are going to type in P1 space equals space person parentheses string, and my name is John, and then comma space, and then my age is 36, let's say. And now we're going to make 2 new lines again, and we are going to write print p1 dot name, and on a new line we're going to write print p1 dot age. So let me just tell you what this is doing. So we're making p1 equal to the class, which has the function inside it. It has only the function inside it because the function is the only one that has 1 indent. This self dot and these self dots have 2 indents, which means they're in the function instead of the class. So yeah, we're calling the function. So now we're making the name equal to a string. My name is John. Why I put a string is because I wanted to avoid an error, because if I didn't put a string, it would be an error because my name is John is not defined. So yeah, and then I put a comma space, and I made the age equal to my age is 36, which is in a string, so it won't be an error. And to separate them, I put a comma space, and you need a comma space so you can separate them. And why I put the self is because we need to use self dot that has that basically has nothing to do with these. So these strings while calling the function. And so yeah, that's basically the program. Let's run this and see what happens. It says my name is John, and then on a new line it says my age is 36. But you can also delete you can delete these p1.ages and p1.names. See how you do that is del, which is a shortcut for delete. So you can't type delete because it turns white. You have to make sure it's not white. You have to make sure it's blue though, so you can know that it's a keyword and you know that it's correct. So it's del, and then you do space p1 p1.age. Well, you can do p1.name or p1.age actually. And then when you run this, it's going to say my name is John, and then it's going to be an error because, as you can see, you have to read this attribute error, which has person object has no attribute as age, which means that p1.age is not defined. p1.name is defined, but not p1.age. Because we just deleted the p1.age. So we have to. So now let's try this for a name, and when we run it, it's gonna say my name is John and my age is 36. But because why it said my name is John instead of an error is because we told this to print it before we deleted it. So it did delete it, but it just printed it before it did because that's before the delete. But if we Command X this and then take out these two lines and two new lines, and then Command V this, it's gonna say an error, and then my age is 30. It's gonna be completely an error because there is p1.name before the p1.age. But if you Control X this, Command X this again, and you put it right there, and you run it, it's gonna be my age is 36, and then it's gonna be an error because there's no such thing as p1.name. So yeah, or you can delete the whole p1 series by typing p1.name. P1, and then it's gonna be an error completely because there's no such thing as p1. And we put p1.age. There's no p1 in there, so yeah. If you can also put p1 right here, still be an error. But if you delete this line, it's not gonna do what you think it's gonna do. It's gonna say main dot person object at 7f6 ea037 b4f0 because it needs to know what specifically which one you want to print because p1 is equal to both of these, so it doesn't know which one to print. So you have to do p1.name, or you can do comma space /n. No, that's not gonna work. /n only works in strings. And then you want to do p1.age, or you can put these in different prints. And then it's going to do my name is John, my age is 36. Or you can put this in a string, and you can put a comma, and then a space, right there. And you're going to put a string, and you're going to put an F right here, so this is an F string. And then you're going to put these. So you know that so the computer knows that it has to print the value of this, which is equal to my age is 36. And now I'll do my name is John, space, comma space, my age is 36. So yeah, basically that's how you do it. So that was it. See you in my next video.